Good morning, Panther fans. I said it a lot last night, and I don't think I regret any of it. I'm gonna let Stu have his say because it's early and I am dragging, and I'm still absolutely perplexed and apoplectic and just beside myself how this went last night. Stu was there, so he's gonna have an improved perspective. So go ahead, buddy.
Morning, everybody. So normally Eric and I spend a few minutes before we hit the record button to talk. I didn't say a word to him. Here's how I'm going to start this video off. I'm fucking pissed, fed up, disgusted. We played pretty good in the opening period of this game. And then in spite of Uyghur taking a penalty a minute into the game. And then he takes another penalty, and it costs us a fucking goal. And it probably cost us the game because it turned the momentum around. So that's number one. Number two, the power play sucks. It's time to make some changes. It's time to put the second unit on at the beginning of the power play because the first unit ain't getting it done. What are we, 0 for 21 now?
It might be 22, but it's at least
It
21.
might be 22, whatever. We are not going to win this series, let alone the Stanley Cup, with a power play that is 0 for 22.
Yep.
That first unit, putting Giroux out there, I don't know what happened, but we have so much talent, but the chemistry's off. Something ain't working. Jonathan Huberdeau needs to shoot, and he doesn't shoot. These guys are just passing. And Tampa has watched film, so they know what the Panthers are looking to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So in my opinion, scrap that power play unit. Okay. And then lastly, Andrew Burnett is getting out coached again. And Andrew Burnett is stubborn. Okay. After so many games, he finally split up at better than Uyghur. Okay, great. Okay, he benches Duclair one game and puts Lundberg out there. Lundberg scores, and obviously Duclair comes back and looks a lot better and scores, the tying goal.
Right.
And then, whatever. But it's time Mackenzie Uyghur sits. Okay, it's time he sits for one game to show him that he can't get away with this stuff without consequences. It's time for him to sit and put Haig in there. So it's Sherratt and Ekblad, Forsling and Gudis, and Haig and Montour.
Yeah.
Bob played great again, and we left him out to dry. The one key to this series, we said, was staying out of the box. But here we go again. And Tampa scores 3 power play goals. That's how you do it. Okay, we couldn't get that second goal. That was most important in this game. Okay, I could just feel the momentum changing in the third period. And the last power play, Kucherov had the puck, and I turned to my son and I said, watch, here it comes.
Yep.
2 seconds later, the goal was scored. And I looked at him, I said, that's how a great team gets it done. That's how a great team puts the nail in the coffin. Okay, so if the Panthers are going to come back and win this series, changes have to be made. Okay, Bruno has to have the balls to bench Mackenzie Uyghur for a game. Okay, to just,
No, I don't.
just send him a message like he sent Duclair a message.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's really all I got. I mean, again, the Panthers came out ready to play.
Yeah.
I was really happy and really impressed. We took it to them for probably at least a period, maybe a period and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 periods. But Tampa is too good a team. Okay? They're too good a team, and they looked for their opening, and their opening was us taking a couple of stupid penalties.
Right.
Okay? High stick.
Yeah.
Whatever the penalties were.
Well, there was the Montour high stick where he got his stick lifted a little bit, and then Montour finished it up. There was the one at the end where Forsling basically cross-checked Killorn to the face. I believe it was that Lundell got away with one. I think he high-sticked. I believe it was Kucherov. He was trying to get his. I think it was Lundell. I could be wrong there, but it was, or it might have been Forsling earlier on. He was trying to get his stick over Kucherov's head, and he grazed him in the head. The Uyghur penalty on the Kucherov thing, I mean, he got beat. We'll just start there.
And he gets beat. He gets beat.
Right.
Well,
when
wait.
Go ahead.
Mackenzie Weegar is Keith Yandel reincarnated. Okay? Kucherov, I think it was Kucherov, went around him with ease.
Yeah, it was Kucherov.
When the puck is shot in the corner, majority of the time Mackenzie Weegar loses the battle. And I think the opposition knows that. The Capitals did it, and now the Lightning are doing it. They're throwing it in the corner on Mackenzie Weegar's side. He is the weak link on that Panther defense.
So
go ahead.
Couple of observations from the announcers, because I felt really vindicated, because about 3/4 of the way through the first power play, the guy's like, Huberdeau needs to shoot, because the goalie and the defense aren't respecting that he's going to shoot. They're playing the pass. And I'm like, I've been screaming that for 6 months.
Well, both of us.
Right. So the point being, if the announcers can see it and our old dumbasses can see it, why is this not, how can the players not see this over and over and over again? And it's the same, it's not just on the power play when Huberdeau's getting the puck. And it's not just Huberdeau, it was Barkov yesterday too. It was Giroux to a lesser extent. They're getting the puck near that point circle where they've got a shot. If they take the shot when they get the puck, they've got a shot. But instead, they pause, they think about what they're going to do. They do that damn circling around thing, waiting for something to happen. And then most likely they're going to try some half-ass blind pass. And Tampa, just like last year, just like Washington this year, the defense is waiting for the pass. They're getting their stick on the puck. The puck is out of the zone. And then we're chasing. And then you see stuff like, if we've got possession, Uyghur's pinching in, the forwards do their stupid shit, they lose the puck, and then his hips aren't swiveling back fast enough, and he's getting beat and taking penalties. It's a whole show. It's you know what I mean? It's not happening on an island. You know what I mean? And all right, so you've got them noticing that. And then I mean they calling us out for stupid. They didn't use stupid. They said bad decisions with the puck on the power play. And they even mentioned a couple of times where we were on the power play where the puck was coming behind, how it's coming down the ice, and Barkov is just coasting. And the announcers just like, well, Barkov's kind of taking his time there. There's no real sense of urgency at all. And so they're noticing it, and that's when it was 2-1. And I'm just in utter amazement that it hasn't mattered. I know we won around. I get we won around, and I get that Washington beat us game 1, but we're not winning these series because our best players are really stepping up. Verhaeghe got us through, and not that he's not one of our best players, but he's not the Barkov, Huberdeau, Ekblad. He got us through Washington. He stepped up. It wasn't for Verhaeghe, forget about it, right? But now, I said it last night, we're not built to win unless at least one of those two guys. And Barkov, I've kind of come to expect it. But with Huberdeau, I thought this problem was fixed this year. I thought he'd figured it out, especially with the way it ended last year and his disappointment and his hanging their head over the bench. I thought for sure he'd come out these playoffs and have lifted up his play. And against Washington, he was okay. He was kind of himself, kind of regular season himself, but certainly not any elevated level of play. Certainly not anything like what Kucherov. So, I mean, we see it from a different angle, right? We're the Panther fans watching Kucherov walk Uyghur and make the plays on the power play. But for Tampa fans, they're like, that's our guy. They're stepping up and making plays. So it's like, where the hell are our guys, man? What, again, we're going to do this. So, and I knew it, man, because I'm sitting there and I'm watching that first period and I'm thinking it's 1-0. Then we look good. And I'm getting way ahead of myself. You know what I mean? I'm getting confident. I'm feeling good. And then we couldn't score. And we couldn't score. And we couldn't get that second goal. And Vasilevsky made one of those ridiculous, stupid, impossible saves where we actually did make a good play. And I forget who he robbed. But he made one of those saves, and that I just knew, and I'm sure you felt the same way, where it's just like you could just see the puck coming back down the other ice and finding its way in the net. And I don't know how we fix this. I don't know what has to happen for these, for especially Huberdeau. To
So
get out there.
Let me correct myself. We did get the first goal.
Yeah.
To your point about Vasilevsky, we're dealing with probably the best goalie in the league.
Right.
The way you score on Vasilevsky is obviously a deflection or a rebound, which he gave up a lot of rebounds.
Yeah.
But nobody was there in front
to
bury it. Or you just have an unbelievable shot, again, top shelf corner that just beats him.
Right.
That's the only way we're scoring, because if he can see the puck, he's stopping it. Just like Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob made some great saves also. So, to your point about Barkov, I'm starting to think he's hurt. I'm starting to think he's banged up or something. And that might be the reason why he's slow.
Right.
I'm not perplexed about that, but something's not right. Something's not right with him. And as far as Huberdeau goes, it's just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I just, every power play, he's got an opportunity to shoot.
Right.
And he's got Reinhardt in front, and maybe they put two guys in front. My thinking, my suggestion on the power play is getting Hornquist out there. That's our in front specialist.
Right.
A lot of things happen when he's in front, and they just gotta shoot.
Well,
they just gotta shoot.
Right.
And if the puck gets blocked, it gets blocked. But they have to have at least 5 shots on goal. At least 5 shots on goal during a power play.
Right.
If you don't shoot, it's not going in.
Right. Yeah.
How many goals have been scored against us where, I'm thinking about that one goal where Ovechkin shot from the right point and Oshie was just cruising in front and happened to get his stick on it and it went in.
Yeah.
So again, that's the type of goals that are going to be scored.
Right.
So I know every team watches video, and a good coach like John Cooper probably dissected a lot of film,
right,
and just said, look, the Panthers are just one-dimensional.
Right.
They're going to do this almost every time. And again, I'm speaking specifically about the power play.
Yeah.
So something's got to change.
Yeah.
Something's got to change.
Yeah.
And my main bitch, and it's been like that almost the whole, well, let's just say the latter part of the year, where we were really seeing a lot of stupid penalties and bad puck decisions by Weegar.
Right.
He did it again at least 3 times yesterday where he was behind the net or whatever, and he made a blind backhand pass,
Right.
which was intercepted. That's why I'm saying, he's Keith Yandle reincarnated,
Right.
because Yandle used to do the same thing. And, again, he's just getting beat in the corners. And obviously he's getting beat when men are coming in, flying, that
Right.
he can't, Ekblad had that problem. I think for the most part, Ekblad's worked on his game, probably his skating.
Yeah.
And he's not as slow as he used to be.
Right.
So, again, this all comes down on Brunette.
And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
And I think, Brunette is getting out coached. And, don't forget, line matches are important.
Right.
And for us to have the last change, I'm just so frustrated today.
I know. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I just said I'm disgusted because we come back from winning the first series in 26 years.
Right.
I was there. The crowd was excited in the beginning, but you know what? After Tampa scored.
Yep. It went, yeah,
The level of noise and enthusiasm in the arena went just like the air went out of the balloon.
Right.
Just, I don't know I know you predicted, Panthers in 5. I'm telling you right now, after seeing what was seen, it's a full 60-minute game.
Right.
And like I said, we came to play in the first period. We looked good and we were dominating play. But again, you can't keep the Stanley Cup champs down. Their third line and fourth line were really good last night.
Yeah.
Who scored the goal? Belmar.
Yeah.
Not Stamkos, Belmar.
Right.
And that's, I think it was Ekblad getting out muscled in front again. There's been a number of goals scored where Ekblad has gotten out muscled from in front.
Right.
So, the Panthers don't do that. The Panthers are not like planting a guy right in front of Vasilevsky. Again, you got to take the eyes away from him.
Right.
You got to have somebody in front to deflect. So changes need to be made, and changes were not made until the end.
Yeah.
Sherratt and Ekblad, and they're playing good together. But
right.
Again, Mackenzie Weegar is the weak link, and I really think it's time, to sit him down. You want to sit him down for a game. It's,
right.
Sending a message to him, as it should be for any player that fucks up.
Yeah.
2 penalties. Obviously he had to take that second one because he got beat. But, the first penalty was down on I was sitting behind the net where Tampa shoots twice. So I didn't, it was all the way down the other end of the ice. I didn't really see the first penalty that good.
There was a tripping call, I believe.
Okay. So, somebody wants to comment on that, but I don't know what you all think about what I said. So obviously I'm welcoming comments to see if you guys agree with me, but I don't know what's going to be. And I will tell you right now, Weegar's looking for a big contract.
No, not coming. No.
Let him go. Let him go.
No,
he's not that great. Everybody that's, a defender of Weegar thinking he's a top D man and he's so good. He's not. Okay. He's overrated. I've been around this game a long, long time. And, he does some really good things with, I think he was 4th in the league with giveaways.
Yeah. No,
and that's a big telltale stat.
Right.
Because again, I said it so many times in the regular season that him taking a penalty is going to cost us a game and probably a series, or a giveaway is going to cost us a game and possibly a series. And you know what?
No, the momentum.
I hate to be right.
Right.
I'm right on this. And you know, if I'm Bill Zito and I'm seeing what I'm seeing, there's not enough money to go around.
No,
I'd
it's
rather
not.
sign Claude Giroux if Claude Giroux would re-sign with us, or
Right.
Sherratt. Sherratt's a better defenseman than Weegar.
Yeah. No,
I either trade Weegar, get something for him. You know,
Right.
we don't have any first round draft picks. I have a feeling there's a team out there that would give us a first round draft pick, and I would trade him to a low rung team.
Right.
You know, Arizona, Montreal, somebody that's got, you know, a pick in the first 5.
Exactly. That's going to be a good pick.
But there's no way I pay this guy. You know, I told Billy, what do you think he's looking for? 6? And Billy shot back probably 8. There is no way this guy's worth $8 million.
No.
Aaron Ekblad is making 7.5.
Right.
You're going to tell me that Uyghur's in Ekblad's league?
No.
No way.
No.
So anyway, it's time to make some change, some moves right now.
Right. Well, we miss Marchment because
absolutely
the third line has kind of been invisible, you know, and I know Lundell's a rookie and all of that. Have not seen him really flash much at all. He had the 1 goal against Washington. So that third line, that was a big part of our success. So that's dropped off.
That's because the teams are watching video,
right,
and they're isolating on specific players like Barkov,
right,
and they're putting together a counter,
right.
You know, this guy's got a tendency, Lundell's got a tendency to do this, or he's got a tendency to do that, and they're making adjustments. That's a good coach,
right? Yeah, and that's the other end of it is that. I mean, I see both sides. On one hand, Brunette's not making all of the right moves, or when he does make the moves, it's late. And on the other hand, who's responsible for getting? Let's just say Huberdeau. Who's responsible for getting Huberdeau mentally, emotionally ready to play?
Huberdeau.
Exactly. So there's only so much that the coach can do there. You know, not every pregame speech is miracle on ice. You know what I mean? And I've watched Huberdeau over the years, and I've been saying he's the best player on the team. He just needs to play with that edge. I'm saying it for years, and he proved it this year. And I thought we had this solved.
I mean, he made a great pass to Declare on the first goal.
Yeah, the first goal.
But after that,
right.
What Tampa was doing is what the Caps were doing, and that is they blanket. As soon as Huberdeau touches the puck, there's somebody on him banging him. Same thing with Barkov.
Right.
And that's the reason why Barkov was so successful in the regular season, is because he was just free-flowing, both of those guys.
Right.
But as soon as, the playoffs, again, different animal. As soon as Barkov touches the puck, someone's bouncing him.
Right.
And Barkov's not a fiery player.
Right.
You rarely see emotion with him.
Right.
But I think there's something going on with him. I saw a tweet this morning that somebody said he was laboring, like he was wincing in pain, either getting off the ice, climbing over the bench, or leaving the bench or whatever. So
right.
I mean, these guys have taken a lot of abuse.
Well, that's true. That's true. I mean, that first round series against Washington was obviously physical. Changes. I kind of joked about it, but kind of not joking. I would throw out there the power play of misfits, just Achari, Lomberg, Hornquist with Lundell and Gudis, and just not that I think that, but just because I want them out there one time on the ice. If those guys can get a goal, just to send a message to the prima donnas, as I called them last night, because you got Barkov, Huberdeau, Duclair.
How about this? How about Bennett, Verhaeghe,
Right.
Duclair, with Ekblad and Montour?
Oh. Yeah, and let Ekblad run that point or run that.
Or let
Yeah.
Ekblad go on that left circle in the OV
Yeah.
Stamkos
Yeah.
one-timer.
Yeah.
Again, Ekblad scored a lot of goals, has scored over the last few years, a lot of goals from
Right.
that area. And they just find a way to keep feeding him like they
Right.
always look for Stamkos.
Right. And that's
Kucherov is brilliant at controlling the power play. He's the guy, him and Hedman, but
Right.
Kucherov is the guy.
Right.
We've seen Kucherov shoot like he did last night and score.
Yeah.
We've seen Kucherov feed Braden Point in the middle for score. And we've also seen Kucherov find a way cross ice to Stamkos.
Right.
A one-timer.
Right.
We need a guy like that, and we don't have it right now.
No.
We don't have that on that first unit. We don't have a leader. We don't have a quarterback.
Right. No,
I think they're all tentative. Like Randy said, we got to move the puck around quickly, and we're not doing that. And obviously Tampa is anticipating, and I think we're pretty, textbook. We kind of sort of do the same thing every power play, and it ain't working.
And
so that's why I said that's the unit, or again, Verhaeghe, Ben, or have Hornquist. Have Verhaeghe, Bennett, and Hornquist in the front.
And don't leave out Reinhardt, too.
I
mean, look, at this point, anybody.
Yeah, but I think Ekblad and Montour, first of all, they're 2D.
Right.
And they're both really good offensively.
Right.
So you have them at the points.
Right.
I mean, they're two righty shots.
Yeah.
So maybe you move Ekblad down in that's left, circle, and you put Bennett on top.
Right.
Or Reinhardt, but Bennett because he's a lefty shot. I'm a big proponent of the left-right. So you have Bennett and Montour on top, or you have Ekblad starting on top and then slide down. Right. And obviously Hornquist, again, I think, Reinhardt's great hand-eye coordination, but Hornquist is the guy.
Right.
He's our guy in front. Gets a lot of greasy goals, whether they be rebounds, tip-ins, whatever.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, Eric. Bruno's not going to make the changes necessary.
Right. Right. Not till it's not now.
I just don't think, and that's where, it's like you're either an order taker or a salesman. I'm in sales. I'm an account manager. I provide really good customer service to my clients. Where anybody can take orders. Okay, but to be a good sales rep, you need to do all the things. And I don't see that in Brunette. I mean, obviously, he got a good team handed to him.
Yeah.
He got a good system that Quenneville put in place, given to him.
Right.
Not like he was the brilliant mind that came up with the system.
Right.
So Barry Trotz is now available.
Yeah.
He's right behind Quenneville as the winningest coach in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's proven, although he's not won a cup, I believe.
Oh, he won with Washington.
He won the cup with Washington.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
And he took the Islander team to the.
Yeah, Troy, two years.
Want to go out on a limb? I'm telling you, if the Panthers lose this series, Brunette's out and Trotz gets signed. I still think they should sign him anyway, but some team is going to grab him.
Right.
I'm hoping that he doesn't make a decision and, like Quenneville took some time. I hope Trotz takes a little bit of time so he is available. And if he is available, we got to grab him. I mean, listen, you can't control whatever happened with Quenneville. None of this shit would have.
Right.
None of this would happen if Quenneville was in charge.
Right. No, so, and they said the same thing after the Washington series about the power play, and I think it was Duke last night talking about the power play. Well, we're close. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Just keep at it. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing the same thing. And
Ain't working.
It ain't working. Now, you go 0 for 8, 0 for 10 the first few series, first few games. Okay. You start getting to 13, 14, 15. We're now at 21.
With no adjustment.
No.
It's like Uyghur and Ekblad.
Right.
I mean, Uyghur makes a mistake, leads to a goal. What does Bruno do? He puts him right back out.
Back out there on the ice. Right.
Another important thing we got to mention is the penalty kill. Most of Washington's goals were on the power play.
Yeah.
3 of Tampa's goals were on the power play.
Yeah.
I still say we're the best 5-on-5 team, but special teams are what win. Defense, goalie, and special teams are what win in the playoffs.
Right.
And now we keep doing what we're doing. Maybe we go out in 5 games.
Right. Yeah. No, I
I really hate saying it.
I know.
But we got to be realistic here.
Well, at this point, you've got to have the coach with the guts to make the changes.
Making the tough decisions.
To make them right before it's too late. And that's the problem with Brunette. He doesn't seem, he benched Duke to send a message. He put Lomberg in. So you can't.
And Lomberg scores a goal.
Right. So you can't say, I was going to
say. And Duclair came back and scored the goal.
Right. I like you said, you bench Uyghur, put Haig out there, put Lindbaum out there, put Carlson out there.
He's not going to do it though. If he does it, I'll be really surprised.
Yeah.
Because again, he thinks Uyghur's so great, and he's not.
Right.
Comments, guys. I want to hear your comments on this Uyghur situation. I have seen comments where a lot of you are agreeing. You're seeing what I'm seeing, or what Eric and I see. So I know we're not alone here.
It's just very frustrating because it's not that I don't see what Uyghur's doing, and I'm kind of wanting to close my eyes to it and look elsewhere because I don't know that it's fixable. Without him, if he's going to be on the ice, that's what we're going to get. So for me, he
cost us the game last night. I'm sorry. We're up 1-0. We're playing good now. The other thing is we didn't get the second goal.
Right.
And I told my son, that cost us. But again, you're up against Vasilevsky.
Right.
Who's a the one observation my son made, because when they came down and they were defending right in front of us, he's like, man, Vasilevsky's a tall motherfucker.
Yeah.
The net's 4 foot high, and Vasilevsky's probably 6'5" on skates or whatever.
At least.
So, by the way, I should have done it at the beginning of the video, but I want to give a shout out to Chris M for the tickets last night. Thank you, Chris. Great seats. I was in 108 row 11. It's different, normally I'm up in the company box, but I had a different perspective last night, and it's always nice to have it, change of view. And then a shout out to Lucas. I saw Lucas last night.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen each other in a really long time. And last shout out is to my buddy Mark, who also has seats in 108. He was, a few rows behind me. So anyway, those are the shout outs.
Yeah, my seat was in between Kyle and Matthias, and between when Kyle gets nervous, he just talks straight. It doesn't matter what the subject matter is. He just, when he gets nervous, so I got him talking, and it could be anything. It could be Panthers, it could be a movie, it could be Disney. That's what I got over here. And then I got Matthias over here, and he's like me. He's like, I'm telling you, he's smart. Okay. Not that Kyle's not, but Matthias is as we're 1-0 and we're missing goals and we're missing goals and you're missing goals. And you could hear Matthias he's like, he's getting agitated. He's getting irritated. He's like, he knows, he could feel it coming, So then, of course, when Tampa started to score goals, he was less than pleased. So I'm getting it like this. I'm like this. And I just can't believe that
By the way, that Belmore goal was right off a lost faceoff.
Yeah.
So that's another key component. Another, you got to win those faceoffs in the D zone, and you got to win the faceoffs when you're on a power play.
Yeah, the faceoffs have been less. I mean, we were at 51% last night, but
we didn't win the important ones.
The important ones, right?
Just like the Giroux losing, that key faceoff with a minute left in the cap game that they tied.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, listen, Eric, that's all I got, man.
That's all I got.
It's like, what else is there to say? We made our points.
Yeah.
No sense going on and on.
Nope.
They don't win game 2. This series is over.
Yeah, no, they have to. It's just, I can't even go there.
Changes are not made this season. This series and season is over.
Right. Well, if I had to pick one set of circumstances for him to change, if he's going to make one change the power play, I don't think he's going to bench Uyghur.
Nope.
Change the fucking personnel on the power play.
Start the second unit.
Right. Do something, anything different. I mean, that's why I came up with those 5 crazy guys, The
second unit is Bennett, Verhaeghe, Duclair, Montour. I don't know who the 5th guy is. Just trying to remember now.
Might be Reinhardt
Reinhardt's on the top.
Yeah, he's on the top. Yeah.
Maybe move Giroux on the second unit.
Yeah, I'm saying I want fresh blood.
Something's got, and it just boggles my mind how we have all these great players on the top unit. They should be scoring two power play goals, 1 minimum. I mean, right now, I don't know if it's confidence or whatever, but they just look discombobulated. They're looking for somebody to be the leader.
Yeah, that's
unit, and nobody's stepping up to be the leader.
Yeah, the words the announcers were using was lethargic, was confused. They look just, they look like
tentative. They look tentative.
Look like they're panicking.
They don't know what to do. They don't have a game plan.
Right.
As
right.
Billy said, I think it was Billy that said, you need to know what you're going to do. Before
the puck,
when there's a timeout, they draw up a play on the whiteboard. Why are they not doing it in practice and just working on that same play? It's like football. You have certain plays to use in certain situations. They should have at least 3 different scenarios of what to do on the power play.
Somebody on the stream last night had a really good idea. And that is to practice the power play with a shot clock. So at practice, when the puck gets into the zone, we've got 20 seconds to get off a shot before the shot clock goes off. And new guys, come on the ice to practice making sure you've got a shot off within 20 seconds.
Question for you. You were watching the broadcast. On each power play, do you kind of sort of know how many shots we had on each power play?
The graphic, the shots on goal graphic. No, TNT's been better about it. I think a couple of times they mentioned where they would say the Panthers only had 1 shot on that power play, or they had no shots on that whole power play. We're just not shooting. We're just not. We're getting. If I got to see Huberto get that puck around that circle one more time and take the freaking skate around, I'm gonna throw something at the TV that's gonna transmogrify like Calvin and Hobbes through the TV and hit that kid in the head while he's on the ice in Florida. It'll wake his ass up.
They're giving him the shot.
Yeah, I know.
Because they know he's passed first.
It's how can they not see it? I'm out.
Just
I'm
keep
out.
firing. Just
Out,
keep
words.
firing at top shelf,
Right.
short side, long side.
Right.
You go over the top of the net. Okay, whatever. Shoot. The other thing is on the rush. I don't know if it was a 2-on-1 or whatever, but we pretty much had a 3-on-2, a 2-on-1, whatever.
Yeah.
And Duclair passed it.
And Duclair passed it. Yeah.
And Duclair had a shot.
Yeah.
Shoot the puck. Verhaeghe was nowhere last night. I'm sorry. They
I was
they
watching
blanketed him the whole game.
Yeah, I was watching him. He's not 100%. He's got. I was watching when he's turning, he's spacing out those legs. I think he might have a groin type of thing. He's not cutting and turning on a dime. He's slowly turning around like a truck. So I was watching that multiple times last night. He's definitely not right. So
I think, listen, all the players are, banged up in one way or another. And you can't listen. I'm sure Tampa's got the same thing. Look, just like Tom Wilson not being there.
Yeah, Braden Point.
You're playing without Braden Point, who's been a Panther killer.
I know.
We haven't really talked so much about Bob. So what did you think? I thought Bob played.
I thought it was a completely wasted game. That if we would have stayed out of the box and not done stupid shit, he gave up a couple of goals, and I don't care. It was like 8 minutes left in the third period. We've given up 2 goals. That's a game we should win. Everything else set aside, with the players that we have, if our goalie and the penalties and Uyghur and all of that, there was still only 2 goals that we'd given up. We've got to score. And
did Kucherov score 5-hole on that third goal?
Not sure.
Okay.
It was a wicked shot. I mean, there was no room. It was very much like the Panarin shot when Panarin scored in overtime for the Rangers to win.
Yeah, because there was somebody in front.
Right, there was somebody in front, right.
Taking the eyes away. That's the way you got to score.
Jari's like this. He's looking, and Panarin just picked this. I mean, I watched the Panarin replay 3 times. The camera couldn't find the puck. You couldn't see the puck. It was like, Panarin shot it, and then it was in the net.
Well, the only way I knew that he scored is because I don't know if it was Kreider. Oh, no, it was Advantage. You know who whatever.
Yeah,
he was to the left.
Yeah,
of the to the right
on the net, right?
And I saw him raise his stick, so that's how I knew he scored.
Yeah. So so
all right, listen, what are you gonna do? We're down 1-0. We've been there before. It's not like we can't come back.
No, game two is
just gonna have it's just making it difficult for us, and it seems to be a pattern. I don't even know in all the playoff series we've been in the last 3 years if we've had a 1-0 lead.
No, in fact, when we took the 3-2 lead on Washington, that was the first series lead we'd had since the Devils, since 12, since we had the Devils up 3-2, and then they beat us in game 6, and then they beat us in game 7. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah. So no, we haven't won the first game of a series in forever. So
all right. Let's see what Brunette does.
See what he does.
I'm not expecting anything, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not expecting him to bench Uyghur, but if he doesn't do something about that power play,
right? Yeah. We agree.
Okay.
All right, Panther fans, I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You could probably tell I'm agra frustrated. That's my word for today, is agra frustrated. So,
Listen, by the way, thank you guys for all the likes.
yeah, absolutely.
Comments. We both love the comments.
Yeah,
Hear what you guys have to say. Again, this is our opinions.
yeah, that's it.
We might be right, we might be wrong. You guys might have a different take on it. So please feel free to comment.
Yep.
We'll reply. And I'm not giving up. I never give up.
No,
but,
not giving up. Not giving up.
It got ugly at the end. And
it got ugly.
It just really depresses me, and it
Right.
disgusts me because, we kind of escaped a bullet with Washington.
Right.
And I figured we come out of that series, the first series win in 26 years. We should have been, again, we came to play, but
Came to play.
for them to kind of, it looked like in the third period after that second goal was scored. Where was the urgency?
And
The clock was just running down, and we got to 5 minutes and 34 seconds, and Forsling takes a.
and that's when he took
That was
high
the
step.
game right there.
That was the killer, because at that point it's still only 2-1, and we're thinking, all right, we're going to overtime. But I tell you, this last thing I'll say,
And that's not like Forsling.
no,
Of all people.
right. The Lightning are like the Patriots were when they were winning Super Bowls during the regular season. If you'd watch a Patriots football game, you'd watch the first quarter and you'd think these guys aren't really that good. They're having a crappy game. And you'd watch the second quarter, you'd be like, all right, and they wouldn't look all that good. They'd make a couple of plays, and you get to 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they'd have a 3-touchdown lead and the game was over. And you'd be like, wait, when, what, how did that happen? Because they've been playing like shit all day, but they're still winning by 3 touchdowns. The Tampa makes it look so easy. It's like,
Because they're a great, that's what I said
Right.
at the beginning of the video.
right.
That's the difference between a good team and a great team.
Yeah.
A
That's
great
true.
team and great players find a way to get it done.
Yep.
As much as I hate Kucherov as a person, like Brad Marchand,
Right.
you can't take anything away from their
Right.
skill and greatness.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and he's the straw that stirs Tampa. I put Victor Hedman second and Stamkos third, but
Yeah. No, Kucherov is just ridiculous. So.
anyway,
All right,
so
guys.
that's it.
I'll be doing the game tonight. I'll be doing the Rangers-Canes game tonight. And then let's get back at it Thursday.
By the way, I'm not going Thursday.
Yeah.
I figured
Right.
I'll stay home and watch and
and get a different perspective. I hear you. Thursday's
Yeah,
the season. You win Thursday. All right. I guess we're going 7 games. You lose Thursday and you start, then it could get ugly quick. So, all right, guys, we appreciate all the support.